Hi guys, Roth here, and in this shoebox I have a bunch of comics, most notably the Lobo series. So I'm gonna unbox and show just the cover, all boarded in plastic. He spelled my name wrong. It's Ruth, but it's supposed to be R-O-T-H, but that's okay. Anyways, I'm just gonna rip this open and let's see. Try not to do much damage here. Man, this is so 90s. How we used to store comic books in shoe boxes. I mean, it's perfect too, because like it's about the same size, and you just have some cushioning to cushion when you're moving it around. Let's I don't know if these are in order, but I'm just gonna show you the covers. Yeah, I'm just gonna go as it comes in. So this Bloodlines Lobo Annual. I remember this series, this Bloodline series. I used to have one. I think there was one with a Batman on the cover. I'm not sure if I still have it. I might have it somewhere in one of my boxes in the attic. But yeah, so there's the one that has Lobo in it. Lobo, for anyone who doesn't know who Lobo is, or have no clue, or just about finding out about him and somehow just came across my video. Lobo is pretty much the Wario of comics, or at least DC Comics. Yeah, he's like the odd character. From memory, I think he was introduced, if I'm not mistaken, but correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, I think he appeared in a Superman comic, and then I guess there was a lot of fan hurrah. A lot of fans liked the character, so I guess he offshoot to his own series, and because I like him too. He's like the anti-hero. He's like the badass type. He's from outer space, just like Superman, and he's come across a lot of other DC characters. So what is this? This issue 0, the beginning of tomorrow. 0 and then 1. So this is issue 1. This looks like the ongoing series. First frightening issue. Yeah, I got your cover enhancement right here, and it's pointing at his crotch. His character type is pretty hilarious. I guess this series started back. Yeah, he's early 90s. Because I used to grow up in the 90s and reading Wizard magazine, if anyone remembers that. I don't know if it's still going, but yeah, back in like the early 90s, I used to, because I had a neighbor that lived upstairs from us back on Rock Street. They were two brothers, and they used to read comics, and one of them drew so well. Like he's a really nice artist. He didn't do it professionally or anything, but they were still going to school and stuff. A little bit older than me, a few years, and they loved comics and video games. And I used to go to upstairs like almost every single day after school or whatever, on the weekend, and just go and hang out and see what they're up to. And they always have a stack of magazines, the Wizard magazines. I just go through them, shift through them, and learn about all these characters. And I remember reading about Lobo for the first time. He looks like a very cool character, like a villain. Well, yeah, of course he looks like a villain. He looks evil and stuff, but the way he was designed was based off sort of like a heavy metal character, almost goth, like not too far into the goth. Although goth was around at that time, and which developed in the 80s and throughout the early 90s. There's a cover for issue 4. Is that Wonder Woman? Oh no, it's probably not. He's also met up with a lot of the DC stars. He's met up with Superman. He's met up with Batman. He fought them too. I think he's also met up with Wonder Woman, Aquaman, maybe. All the top guys. I don't know who that guy in the back is, but I'll find out. I've been off comics for a long time, because video games came in mid-90s through mid-90s, because I was into a lot of stuff, but comic books, I've always been into comic books. I don't know when my first exposure was, but probably the Batman movie, who knows. But yeah, comics books has been a huge part of my childhood, growing up with X-Men, the cartoon on Fox Kids, and then the Batman animated series. Those are great. That's one of my favorite series that ever appeared on TV. And then along came the Superman, the newer, like the 90s Superman animated series. And, it has the same art style as the Batman animated series. and Lobo makes an appearance in there. And the way they made him look in that one looks pretty funky, but also very cool. He still has that cool attitude, like the badass attitude. He just came out of nowhere and just started attacking Metropolis, and they fight. both Superman and a Batman appears. So anyway, with that said, let's see how much are in here. So we're on issue 9 now. Here's a cover for issue 9. Look at all this one coming out of his nose. That's awesome. Yeah, I love these freaking art covers, man. So freaking wild and crazy. It reflects his character too. Like, he's a very crazy character. He's also a loner, and he's always, you know, flying from planet to planet, flying through the galaxy, and just, you know, being chased by, you know, galaxy patrol and getting into, you know, tough situations. And I read that he's died and gone to hell, and he's made, spoiler alert, he's made some deals with the devil, and, you know, to be reborn, and he was reborn as a woman. That's actually part of the second series, or no, actually I think that's the 4-part series. Like, when they finally made him like a solo comic series. I think that was the first 4-part series. But Lobo, I think Lobo's Back is the ongoing series. I'm not sure. Or maybe that's just a Lobo. Yeah. This Lobo's Back, issue 3. I'm glad these are, you know, all boarded and, you know, in plastic. It's very nice, and at a very good price, man. And someone that was actually local around here. So that's number 4. This one's pretty cool. But he's gone to, you know, heaven and hell. Like, just reading the text, you know, it's already, you can tell that, you know, it's gonna be a fun read. Oh, look at this character. I mean, look at this cover. Lobo in the chair. He's getting electrocuted. This is number 1, 1994. I'm not sure if this is like a variant or anything. So I'm just gonna go all through these. Lobo, blazing chain of lube. This cover is pretty cool. A lot of women there. Oh yeah, I have this one already. So now I have 2 copies. This RoboCop, it's sort of like a parody of RoboCop. You get it, Lobo and Robo. So yeah, so there. It says a frightening parody. Yeah, the pastiche of law enforcement. Yeah. So yeah, like crossovers, man. I love crossovers. Anything that has to do with crossovers, you know, this is always the most interesting. So back then, Lobo was like a very well-used character that's good for crossing over to other series. So RoboCop was one of them. He's also crossed over with Howard the Duck, I believe. I'm not sure. I think it was Howard the Duck, and it was called Lobo the Duck. So funny thing is, like, Howard the Duck is a Marvel character, or at least now, and, you know, and Lobo is a DC character. So back then, they've always wanted to do crossovers between like DC and Marvel characters. It did happen once, and it was very frightening, judging from the look of that cover. And yeah, I mean, more crossovers the better. I've recently been going back into comics, getting back into comics, because a lot of these movies are, you know, they're just bringing me back, and there's a lot of interesting ones, crossovers such as the Batman and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which is perfect because those 2 universes, all the vigilantes, Batman and the Turtles. So I've been getting into that. I got the first 5 already, and the latest issue and the final issue, number 6, just came out last week. So I'm about to pick that up really soon. I'm excited to see how that ends up. So yeah, you know, this is a throwback to the old school comics, the Action Comics there. So yeah, DC's been around for almost 100 years. Part of the 30s or something like that. 1930s when they released their first issue. with Action Comics and whatnot. Portrait of a Victim. I'm not sure what part of the series this is, but the cover looks funny already. Yeah, I like how Lobo is always on his covers. He's always in action. He's always doing something funny. I've not read this before, The Demon, but this seems to be a series. But I think Lobo makes an appearance in this. Oh, there you can see his arm right there. His chain. Here you see a whole bunch of Wonder Women. I guess he makes an appearance in this one. It looks like The Demon 31, 32. This is 33. Now he's on the cover. The Demon and Lobo. There's Demon with Bastish Kalash. Cool. So here's another crossover type, I guess. It's right there, his chain and hook. That's his signature weapon of choice. And I've seen, this is a cool cover. I've seen a short film. It's like a fan-made short film of Lobo, and it was very well done. The actor for him, he's got the buff look, and he just looks perfect for Lobo. He's got the hair, he's got the face paint, and the chain and hook. He enters the bar and then broke out with a fight, and that was a well done action scene. And there was the Christmas with the Santa Claus thing. That was very well done. If you search Lobo short film on Google, you probably find it. It's also on YouTube and Vimeo. And here it is, Lobo #1. So this is the first solo Lobo comic. It was 90 cents back then. First issue, only 90 cents. I also have a copy of this. I bought it at Command D. It's a local comic shop. Did I say shot? A local comic shop. Command D. And they sold me for $6. I don't know why. The price tag's at $5, but the guy sold me for $6. But I got a deal now on eBay. $35, including this whole collection. So yeah, this issue #1. Well, of a 4-part series. And it's an infamous cover. I always see this in magazines, the Wizard magazines and stuff, advertisements. Very iconic cover there. Him biting his lip and it's bleeding there. Number 204. So this is the second issue. Doing some damage there. Lobo. Here's number 3. I'm right. Now I'm mad. Yeah. It gets intense in this one. 3. It's part 4. See all those skeletons in the back there. Can't wait to reread all these. I just want to retouch on some of them. So yeah, I heard that I've been reading that there might be a Lobo live action film being made. Hollywood's making it and looking to make. I hope they make it right. After the success of Deadpool, I think that it's time for a Lobo to come on the screen. I don't mean it in the dirty way, but to appear on the big screen, because I think the audience is ready for it. They've got a taste of the Marvel universe, cinematic universe, and it's bringing everyone back into comics, or at least into the cinematic comic book movies. Comic book movies are pretty huge right now, so I think if they bring back some of those characters that I remember from back then, it'd be great to see them on the big screen finally. Lobo, for example, is one of those characters, a very unique character, a very odd and standout character. Everybody knows Batman, everybody knows Superman, but who recognizes Lobo? I want the world to know who Lobo is. So yeah, I think because he's a very cool character. I like him a lot. He's a funny character. He's always got like some remarks to say to like each of his enemies, and you know he's badass. He can kill everybody. He's like he's a demonic type. Yeah, he's always him and his guns and his chain and hook. Contract on gold. Gold. You know this about God. Marker. And yeah, I was looking through YouTube. I was just searching through YouTube just to refresh my memory on some of the Lobo series, like all the parts that he's appeared in. And then I came upon this, like randomly, I came upon this song, and it was by a band called Lobo, the same Lobo. And this is a very cool cover. All those angels he just killed. And so the band name was Lobo. It was just this guy singing on the guitar. It's a song from the 70s. I forget what year exactly, and I forgot the song title. It was something along the lines of me and my dog named Boo. And the thing is, Lobo himself, the one in the comics, Lobo, also has a dog. Like he has like a bulldog, and his name is also named Boo. So I was wondering, like, what if the character Lobo was based off of that song? And the song sounds pretty, very 70s, of course, and I think it was a hit back when it came out. And for anyone who's seen Guardian of the Galaxies, the music in there is great, and it's got this, like acoustic vibe to it. Was it the band Boston? They had a song on the soundtrack, and so the Lobo song, "Me and My Dog Named Boo," had a similar vibe to it. That similar acoustic style, like almost country-ish, but not quite. But yeah, I think if they were to make a Lobo live-action film, I think it would be a great idea if they included that song, because it fits in so well, And with the success of Guardians of the Galaxy, I think it would be great to have that. Or maybe after that they can do a crossover, because his story also takes place in space, and he's gone from planet to planet, and this fighting, he's killed his own race, and he's the only one left, and he just travels in his flying space vehicle. I don't know if that vehicle has a name or not, but I've never seen him without hair before. That's pretty cool. So this is the Infanticide series, Lobo Infanticide series. And yeah, let's go to that. We're almost through here. This looks to be Legion, 1991. Alan Grant. Looks trapped there. Ouch. But Lobo, yeah, he's a very powerful character. Oh, look at this one. Legion, 1994. As you can see, Superman's right there. He's pressed right up against his chest. That's pretty. Like, this one might be a pretty funny issue. Can't wait to check this out. Justice League International. And I think there's a couple more issues here. Superman, Man of Steel. Looks to be out September 1994. Another fighting scene here. Yeah, I like to collect the other ones where he comes across Batman and Aquaman and Wonder Woman and all those characters. Those might be tougher to find, but I think I'll manage. Lobo strikes again. So yeah, this is the one where he's in Metropolis and picking a fight with Superman. So yeah, that's all the comics I have today, and the two of them I already own, and I bought from comic book shops. So now I know what to look for next time I go to the comic shop. Next time they have a sale, and I'll just shift through all those old boxes and see if I can find any ones that I'm missing. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna wrap it up here. There was another collection. There's a hardcover Lobo. There's a hardcover paperback, trade paperback, and I forgot what it's called, but definitely want to grab that one because there's a exclusive comic in there that I want to get. So I definitely want to add that to the collection, to my Lobo collection. Oh, and by the way, these are the current comics I own. This is the first issue. It's already boarded. There's plastics. There's the Lobo Cop. I got these at Larry's for $5. It was half off from the price tag. So, oh yeah, and this is an alternate Batman Lobo crossover. I think there were 2 issues on this one. I think this is an alternate cover, a variant cover. But yeah, this is a 2-part series. I just love this cover. Look at this. Look at how crazy this looks, man. Look at Joker in the background. He's all freaking, hair is all wild. It looks almost like fire or burnt paper. I don't know who that is in the back here. But he also has a Batman costume. He looks like he's got bat wings. And there's Lobo here with the Batman costumes all ripped up and tied. And yeah, he's got his hook, showing his signature hook weapon. So it looks very crazy. Look at his mustache right there. So that's why I say he's comparable to Wario, because he's like, even Wario is a crazy character, not your typical superhero. But yeah, if they were to do a live action film, I think the perfect director would be none other than Rob Zombie. He's done a few horror flicks, and not just the look of Lobo himself, he looks just like Rob Zombie with makeup on. Rob Zombie used to be part of a band called the White Zombie. I see a Lobo live action film with a mix of Rob Zombie style with Tim Burton style, a very wild looking film. I see it as sort of like a Guardian of the Galaxy style, but a different story. But that same look, if you can do practical effects, that'll be great. With that idea, it would require a certain director. It requires the director's vision. So I think I know Rob Zombie, he knows his stuff. Judging from the films that he's done, he can definitely do some gory special effects, or at least that's what he would aim for. So he would definitely hire someone to do like the bloody scenes, poking eyes out and stuff, because Lobo's a very violent character. You see, like he's beating up Superman there. But yeah, he's known for ripping heads off of other beings. But yeah, I think I definitely want to see something along the lines of Tim Burton mixed with Rob Zombie mixed with Guardian of the Galaxies. That's something that I see in a Lobo live action film, with some some CG mixed in there, some practical effects. That'd be great. In terms of atmosphere, definitely give it a funny vibe, and also give it a serious tone to it too. His character, he's pretty macho, he's a rebel, and he's a loner. Have his character right. Definitely want to see it done right. And something like with the tone of Deadpool, with a mix of Deadpool too. I definitely want to get Deadpool kind of vibe in there in terms of comedic value. And music wise, definitely want some like heavy metal in there. You gotta have some heavy metal, because that reflects his character. All right, maybe some 90s rock, some 90s heavy metal. Or maybe even 80s. So that would be pretty cool. While he's riding in his vehicle in space, definitely gotta have that playing in the background or in his stereo or something, and it's like he's flying through the galaxy, and like you hear echoes of that, of whatever he's listening to from his car. That'd be pretty cool. I'd like to see and hear something like that. And you definitely want Besley to spectate and look over how the film is coming out. Definitely want him involved with the film as well. And yeah, I think that's it for this video. I'll leave any links in the description below. So yeah, thanks for watching. Peace out.